We have a new addition to the bar area. I thought that was him standing right there, the owner. Thank you. Look a gun, that's too funny.
Since 1861. Back in the 1870s, a portion of the building was known as the Crystal Palace. Now, I actually managed this hotel back in the 1990s for a couple from the Houston area, and there was an original deed and a lease that they had a copy of at that time that actually talked about the items that were in there, how many tables, how many chairs, how many beer mugs, everything was listed. But it cracked me up because it also stated on this paperwork that under no uncertain terms were the women that worked in the saloon allowed to use the hotel entrance. They all had to use a separate entrance that would go directly upstairs to the saloon because they didn't want the reputation of the hotel soiled in any way. So it's pretty funny, the stuff that we come across. Now, when you go to walk around on your own and you go to the staircase to go upstairs, on each staircase, it actually lists a year and other businesses that were actually here in the hotel. I can tell you that the ghost stories here go back a very long way. This isn't something new that's just popped up in the popularity of ghost stories. Ghost stories here go all the way back to the 1800s. Some of the old timers that would tell me stories, I would just write it down on a piece of paper, stick it in a file. But it's amazing some of the history that they gave me, just, you know, sharing their stories here. They used to talk about how they'd have big dances down here in the early 1900s. So this was the place to go.
I'm waving to them, so I don't
the people that own it now bought it about 5 years ago. And as you can tell by looking around, they brought in a very unique, eclectic, eccentric collection of antiques and oddities, y'all. There is stuff everywhere. But they also have theme rooms. Now, most of the theme rooms are upstairs. You have the doll room, the mirror room, the owl room, the Bigfoot room, the oddity room, the clock room. Kind of get you an idea of what I'm aiming at here. And all of the room numbers were changed when they bought it, except for one. They also added a room 13, which we never had. They added a room 00, which we never had. But room 19 has always been one of the more talked about rooms. That is upstairs, the very end of the hall on the left-hand side. That room did stay room 19. That's the only room number that's still the same. That room is probably the only one that also holds the only piece of original furniture even in this building, and it's a beautiful antique bed. It's called a bishop's bed. The headboard almost touches the ceiling. And when I worked here, that room, or that bed, used to be in what was at that time room 12. They moved it from that room to room 14, which I believe is 15 now. It's the doll room now. And then they moved it out of that room to where it now sits in room 19. And the reason why I'm mentioning them moving this is because people actually think and feel that there is the presence of a woman attached to this bed. Guests would come down in the mornings, and they did it several times when I worked here, and I always thought these people were nuts. But they would say a woman would show up at the foot of the bed, the side of the bed. Some people went as far as to say that she had covered them up. The thing that always threw me is they always said, "Oh, it's not anything threatening." I'm thinking, honey, some woman is standing at the bed, beside my bed, or at the end of the bed, in the middle of the night, and they're not supposed to be there. I would find that a little bit threatening. But they said it wasn't anything threatening. But whenever they would move the bed out of a particular room to another one, all of the stories followed the bed. So that's why people feel that there's this woman attached to this old bed.
We get to go upstairs when she's done talking.
When I was a kid, about how in the 1800s, a woman jilted at the altar had hung herself in this hotel. How many times have you heard a story like that about an old hotel, an old building, a castle? You have these legend stories, Lady in White, Lady in Gray, the Jilted Bride. I had always assumed this was just a legend because I worked, like I said, for many years with the town historian. We went through all kinds of paperwork trying to come up with anything on this. We couldn't find it. So we thought, yes, we just love the stories. Pure dumb luck. Going through a stack of old newspapers one afternoon, we find an article in a 1911 Jefferson paper, and I'm here to tell y'all that it is a true story. It did not happen in the 1800s. The woman's name was Lydia. Her last name was Grigsby. The wedding was to take place here at the Methodist Church. It's only 1900s. You stood at the altar. That's kind of a slap in the whole family's face. Things were a lot different back then. And I guess she was just very distraught. Now, we're actually trying to do more research into this story because I don't know if it's just a coincidence or if there's some kind of connection. But do you know this hotel at one time in the late 1800s was actually called the Grigsby House Hotel? So I don't know if it's just a coincidence or if maybe they were somehow related to the family that used to own it, and that's why, I don't know, because the Schluter family would have owned it in 1911. So we're trying to do a little more research on that. I can tell you that there are certain rooms, like room 19, that seem to have the stories. I don't know what number it is now. It used to be room 5, so maybe it's room 6 now. It's the room that has all of the mirrors. This is a room that has ghost stories, and it has 150 antique mirrors all over the wall. Isn't that supposed to be a bad combination? I always thought that's not a thing to do. But there is a beautiful, beautiful mirror up there, y'all. It is over 200 years old, and they said there's only supposed to be, I think, 5 is what they said, like this one actually left in existence. But it has diamond dust in the glass. It's a very ornate gold, very gilt. It's like 6 feet across, 6 feet tall, maybe 7 feet. It's huge. And I gotta share this. It's too much to share. That room, I will tell you this, is a room that we used to always have stories on. I vividly remember, that thing just talking. I vividly remember having a group of ladies stay in one night, and there was 3 women in this room. And 2 of the ladies were getting ready to go to dinner, and the other woman was just walking around taking pictures of stuff. And she snapped a picture of these 2 women doing their hair and their makeup in the bathroom. So we do get weird stories in that room. Now, I always tell everybody, which I'm going to tell y'all now, when I let y'all cut loose to walk through the hotel, I always tell everyone, if the doors are open, they normally will have like a red rope across it because people really do stay in these rooms. And so I don't want people going in and messing anything up. And I usually say if the owners take you in, that's fine. So I was standing down in the lobby one night waiting for everybody to come back down, and I was actually talking to the owners, okay? These 2 women came up to me and they were showing me a video and these pictures they had taken in the mirror room, this beautiful antique mirror.
We're in Jefferson, Texas.
I said, well, yeah. I said, who took y'all in? And they said, well, that band. And I'm looking right at Jeremy and Pam. I said, that band? I said, what band? And they started describing this little short guy with kind of gray hair. As soon as they started describing him, I knew immediately it was the owner's dad that was here. And I kind of looked at the logo. I said, you saw him? And I had to believe he was a dead bellhop. It was him. But please do not go in the rooms unless someone that, is staying in the room or someone that will protect you, okay? One more thing I wanted to tell, and then I'm going to let y'all wander around in the lobby.
Ooh, we get to go wander around in a few minutes.
I can listen to this. People have always talked about seeing and hearing children when there are no children here to see or hear. And I came in one morning when I was still managing the hotel, about 7 o'clock in the morning. Rocking little old man went into front desk for me.
There's the children.
He said, you're going to have to do something. He said, somebody's bratty kids kept us up all night long. And I'm like, I am so sorry. Why didn't you call me? And he said, well, we knew you were coming in from elsewhere. We didn't want to bother you. He said, but we're staying.
Yes, I'm talking to you. We get to explore in a few minutes.
First it was, kid stuff. He didn't run in the halls. He said it kind of quieted down after about 10. And then he said after midnight, they started rattling our door handle. He said, we knew they were trying to get our attention, so we ignored them. He said, my wife had finally had enough. And he said, I jumped up, jerked the door open. He said, little boy and little girl running down the hall. And he said, they kind of turned off to the right and go into one of the rooms. So he got a single room in this hallway, are all closed. So he wasn't real sure which room they had gone in. He said, I wanted to start beating on everybody's door at 3 o'clock in the morning. So he went back to his room and he said, I decided I was going to let you handle it. I said, well, I'm really sorry and I really wish you would have called me. And I came around the front desk, and at that time, we did not actually, y'all, this man and his wife were the only 2 people in this whole hotel all night long. Like I said, it was like a Tuesday or Wednesday night. There was absolutely nobody here. And I had to look him in the eye and tell him, sir, I had no clue who you saw her because there was nobody here but you. And people always want to know, they always ask me, what do the kids look like? And I turned it on. I said, well, if they claim to have seen something, I'll ask them, well, what did you see? What were they doing? What were they wearing? What did they look like? Because I want to see if people are seeing the same stuff or if people are just making these stories up. So I don't usually disclose what the kids look like when people ask me. But I've started giving a little info now on one thing because the owner, the very first night they stayed here, He said he had put his suitcase down in front of the dresser, and that actually was a room at one time. It was a regular room. Now it's like the victim room, I think. But he said he put his suitcase down in front of the dresser. When he raised up, in the reflection of the mirror behind him, he sees a little boy standing on the other side of the bed. Of course, when he turns around to look, there's absolutely nobody there. But he described a little boy wearing suspenders, had a little Peter Pan collar. He said curly, bright red hair, maybe 8 or 9 years old. And that definitely is the description that I get from people when they think that they've seen the kids that are here. So for y'all staying tonight, if you see the kids tonight, they know what they're doing. All right, I'm going to give y'all a chance real quick to kind of walk through. Now, if you go out this door, that'll take you into the lobby, to the staircase, and the downstairs hallway.
Right, I'm gonna go down this way real quick and meet you in the lobby. All right, let's go. Let's see what's down this way. Ah! Whoa! I heard something. Spooky. What the heck? That dude scared me. Check it out. It's like, I thought that was a real person. Alright, we get to come in here and see what kind of stuff's in here. Woo! Yeah, I came in here and gonna meet Ida in the lobby. The lobby. Ooh, look at the ceiling. What the heck? Hi, Full Push Metals. Yep, me and Ida's on a ghost tour right now.
Nate, Allie, where are you?
So, oh, jukebox.
Allie?
Check it out. Check it out.
They must have gone.
Yeah, I was being quiet when the lady was talking, cause it's rude to interrupt. So I didn't get to say hi to you guys. JJ, Capital Currency, Saucer Stand. What the heck is this? Some old cappuccino machine? Oh, there's an angel. There's some weird dude. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Look. Woo. I don't know if I'm supposed to go this way. Don't fall asleep. Check this out. Creepy. Ah! 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 Hi, Miss Ida. Ah! Hey, are you pointing at me?
No.
There's a finger right here. It's pointing at me, saying go this way.
Oh, we're closing traffic.
You creepy clown dude. Hi, Kraken. Hi against the army. We're gonna get left behind. Check out this dude. Fishy, fishy.
Wait,
I'm running out in ones instead of quarter.
wait, it said it went. Where does it go? It comes over here.
What the heck? Are you taking pictures?
I'm gonna take a picture because I
Let
can't
me
get
try it
it.
again, and I'll call them if it comes out.
If you lose signal, don't panic. It's just the spirits. Bath, man. You can get a hot bath. What the heck is this?
$3, right? Okay.
Oh, that's a soda machine. I was like, what was that? They have a soda machine in here. The little of horror. Feed me, Seymour, feed me.
Y'all are staying. You're staying though. You can tell them it took you. Okay.
Oh my God, there's a creepy head.
Well, it's not mine. You didn't get yours. Yours was
Look at that.
mine.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
That's pretty gross.
3
Oh, but it did.
Did the signal go out? Do you guys still, are we still here? Am I gone? Did I lose you guys? I'm back. Welcome back. I was gonna say, did I lose you? What do we do? Go all the way to the end? I guess we better get our groove on. We're going to the dungeon. Welcome to the dungeon. High five. High five. Ooh, look. There's something spooky down there. Spooky. The picture's poor. Oh, we're blurry. I better get back to the front then.
Nope, I'm on my door. Hold on, no, we're on.
Here too.
They said I'm getting blurry.
Getting blurry.
Probably because it's like we're going into a...
Yeah. She said.
Am I blurry still? Or was I just blurry because I was going too fast?
Maybe. Haven't timed it.
Spooky.
Oh, this is so good.
Sorry.
It's like a
I just went in my room.
Is it better? I was probably just going too fast. I'll go really slow. I'll go really slow. They want us to go upstairs next. Hey, look at that thing up there.
Yeah.
Amy said better. JJ said no good.
Upstairs.
You're not going upstairs?
Look at this made with beer cans.
Oh yeah, it's a or it's a Dr. Pepper truck.
Whoa, Harry Potter.
Sorry.
Mustang Dave said, I'm glad Ida's there to keep you in line. Upstairs. Let Ida sit on the bench downstairs. Ooh.
I can't take her anymore, sorry.
Check out that guy. Check out that guy. There's some old time baby. And duck goose. Duck goose. Oh look, there's a birdie. Little birdie. That's some creepy looking thing. Check it out. Check it out. There's a creepy guy. Oh, he's following
Okay,
me.
hold on, traffic. Get out of the way.
All right, I'm up. I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep moving. Oh, are we? We're gonna go upstairs.
Go ahead.
Do they say we can go upstairs? Look at all the crucifixes on the wall. All right, I gotta hold on. I don't want to fall down the stairs. Look at all the crucifixes to keep away the demons. See the crucifixes? The one left behind the group is always the first to die. Now there's people up here. I just left Ida down because she doesn't want to climb up these stairs. Oh, look at that. Stained glass. Plus it's way cooler in here. It's like 90 something. It's 90 something outside. We're on the ghost tour. This is one of the first stops. Jesus. Oh, creepy. Ew. It's the creepy doll room. Oh my God, look at that. Ah! Check out all the creepy dolls. Start screaming and run back downstairs. Yeah, then everybody will. Yeah, there's no way in hell I would stay in this room. Oh my God, look. There's, oh my God. Look, there's dolls like on the ceiling. They're like stuck to the ceiling. Oh my God. And then when you first walk in, there's this one like peeking around the door. Come play with me forever and ever and ever.
Hey, y'all.
Here we go.
This is the room I thought was found.
There's a creepy clown. Looks like Heath's office. There's some creepy hanging stuff. 1945 flood. There's the real spooky place. It's blocked off. You can't go up there. But you would have liked to decorate the doll room. Ew, what's this? This doll's locked up, man. It must be scary. Hi, Gina R. We're on the spook tour. Here's one of the bedrooms. Yeah, no way I'd sleep in a room with all those mirrors either. Oh, we gotta go. Ah! She's like, you guys are too slow. We got to go back down. Yeah, that doll room's creepy. Alright, I gotta hold on. I don't want to fall down. Fall down the stairs. Oh, there's a creepy one made out of straw.
Oh, I know. I thought, is this to ward off the ghosts?
Yeah, all the crucifixes to save us from the ghosts. There's a little baby. Oh, crap. It says watch your step, and yeah, I didn't watch my
Let
step.
me tell y'all what happened last summer. I was wearing flip-flops like I am right now, over in front of the
Where's Miss Ida?
Those bricks in the road just popped up. Ooh, this girl hit that thing. I flew down like a ton of bricks. I thought I was dead. People on the
I lost Ida.
It's like I was wearing this stupid watch, you know, those smart
I lost my
watches, you think they would go, you're fixing to fall, stupid.
You lost your friend?
But instead,
Yeah.
it waits till I stand up and it goes, whoop, it's just you think it's a hard fall. And I'm like, "Fix it."
I might have to call Ida. I left her. I lost her. Unless she went outside already. Huh?
Which chair did the guy die in the lobby? There's a guy that died.
Did you see my lady friend? Ida?
No. I think she's showed up. Yeah, she must have gone out.
Oh, she's out here. Oh my God, Ida! I thought the ghost took you. I was like, "Where's my lady friend? I lost my lady friend."
Oh my goodness. Y'all, I can't take her anywhere. Sorry.
Man, my glasses are fogged up. I can't even see.
I know. It's hard.
Can't even see now. It was nice in there. Mustang said, Ida said, "I'm out of there." I thought you'd like sit down on a little couch thingy or something.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't.
Ida?
Yes.
Ida's friend, y'all want to
Ma'am?
would y'all like to hop up here and ride?
Yeah, I'm sure Ida would. I'm good, but
You're not going to get right?
There's the ride with me.
we found somebody nice that's gonna let us go for a ride. You get up there?
Yes. Come on.
All right, fine.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.
I almost fell off the. There's a step in there that says watch your step, and I almost went flying.
I figured they would let you since y'all ate at Hayward just like we did.
Yeah.
I was like, don't